Yo, what's up? Mike Waters, Phase 1 Sports here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And here we go. We have day 3 of our new athletic-based training program. So day 1, we started with our strength. So we worked our bench, we worked our squat, we worked our deadlift. So the body's a little sore, a little beat up. Day 2, we came back and we worked all speed development. So a lot of hip flexor work, opened up the stride a little bit of band resistance. Day 3, we go into functional strength. So today we're going to work some kettlebells, real dynamic, good core stabilization, so we can enhance our overall functional strength as an athlete. So that's what day 3 is, that's what we're bringing. So I'm headed to the dungeon, basically going to get some foam roll in, loosen up, a little Breezy warm up, and then we're going to work. So thanks for tuning in. Let's go get it. Day 3. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with our Breezy warm up. So you're going to start with 10 prisoner squats. After the 10, we're going to transition to 10 jumping jacks. And as you see, this is Breezy, which came from the Breezy Speed School, which is one of the better speed development programs out there. We've been using it for years, and it's basically a dynamic warm-up that's designed to help lubricate your joints, get your blood flowing, and basically get you ready for action. So take this very serious and make sure you go through this sequence. As you see, I'm doing on mine bare feet, which is going to help strengthen the ligaments and tendons in your ankle and in your feet. So very important part of the training program here. The next part is our Breezy, which is part 2, which are the in and outs. So you want to go 10 reps fast, stand on the ball of your feet, stand nice and low, athletic stance, and then we're going to hold for 10 seconds. So during that 10 seconds while we're holding, you want to take your feet and basically act like you're trying to separate that mat. That's going to work your IT bands, also really activate your glutes, which is a very important part of dynamic warm-up and getting you ready for a functional strength program. All right, so your next one is our Breezy Sumo squat. So basically same strategy with the 3 times 10 and then a 10-second hold. But you see now we're gonna go sumo. So we want a nice angle up at the top, nice and light, quick touch at the top. And then we're opening up, sink your hips into that sumo. And on rep number 10, we're gonna hold that for 10 seconds. Once again, separating that mat underneath your feet to create that tension and make sure your glutes are activated. So as you see, it's 3 rounds back to back, and after each set of 10, you'll do your 10-second hold. So butt down, chest up. By now you will be on fire. Everything will be burning, but that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to activate each muscle fiber, also your neuromuscular system to get you ready for activity.
Damn.
All right, so now let's get into the actual work here. We're going to start with our kettlebell swings. So in this, it's very athletic based. So we just want to sink our hips, almost the same motion as we would with the squat, and then use the momentum of the kettlebell. You want to swing a little bit past your eye line at the top point. So we got another angle I'll show you from the side. And on this, we still want to keep butt down, chest up for this particular one, because we're looking at more overall explosive movement, but then we also want to keep that athletic base and that athletic stance. So you see it here, nice squat, feet are flat. We're bringing the hips at the top point, and that kettlebell swinging a little bit higher than eye level as we use the momentum to sink and explode to the top point. All right, so now we're going to go to the kettlebell hip hinge. So a little bit different. Now we just really want to isolate our hip hinge. So just that hip pelvic complex is really what we're isolating here. So we just want a slight bend in our knee, and on this one we are going to bend over forward, almost like a RDL type movement with a nice explosive touch at the top point. So you'll see it from the side, back is flat, high point, boom, quick hinge, and then we're going to explode through the top of that movement. So we have a kettlebell hip hinge. All right, so now we're going to our next movement, which is the kettlebell split lunge and press. So we want to start opposite arm of whichever leg is out front, and we're going to sink those hips into the lunge, and on the way up, we're going to press right through that top point. So you see this is a compound move, so everything should happen at the exact same time. We're not going to come up and then press. We want that movement to be basically all efficient and teaching our body how to operate in different movements, different movement patterns at the same time. So here we're going to switch to now opposite leg, good base, chest up, core tight, and we want to press through the top of that movement as we extend that kettlebell. All right, so here we go. This is just another angle so you can see it. And you see as I lunge down, we want to keep that knee right over the center of the foot. We don't want it to go past the toe, so we want to bring that motion straight down into the ground and then explode up to that top point. And you see the back foot is staying on the ball of my foot, keeping the chest up, core nice and tight, which is going to force your body to really stabilize throughout this entire movement. Now we're just going to switch sides and go ahead and execute the opposite. So here, sink and press. So you see that opposite arm, so in this case the right arm is just more of a lever to help create a little bit of extra balance. Just keep a little stabilization throughout that movement. All right, on to the next, barbell chain walking lunge. And on this one, if you don't have access to the chains, then you can definitely just do the barbell lunge. The chains in this particular exercise are just going to create a little bit of instability in there, help the core activate a little bit more, but you see it's still lightweight because we want to keep them nice and dynamic. This isn't an exercise where we want to really load the bar up. We just want to create that stability throughout. And you see this is more of a dynamic lunge, so we have like a butt kick into a high knee into a reach. So really want to keep them dynamic, open up that stride a little bit, keep nice form, chest up, and get that knee down close to the ground as you explode through each movement. All right, and one of my love-hate exercises here, the Glute Ham Race Ghr. So on this one, the first thing you want to notice is the angle from my knee going into my hamstring, and then also the angle of my hips. So what we're trying to create is a glute ham. So we want to get right that insertion right underneath your glutes where your hamstring ties in, and that's the angle. That's where we're really trying to isolate, and that's why our legs are not completely extended. And as you see, we're going to hold for 5 seconds at the end of that. All right, so as we enter the end of the program, we're just going to go with the cool down jog, 5 minutes. And then into our foam roll and static stretch, which is very important because that's going to help your body recover and get ready for day 4, which will be hip mobility and agility. So get ready, make sure you take care of your body throughout the process, and I'll see you on day 4.